Big Talker KIUL this hour is driven by Western Motor. Shop WesternMotor.com. Shop WesternMotor.com. Talking with the new car sales manager at Western Motor, Connie Lohman. Connie, your job isn't at all difficult right now, is it? It's just easy peasy lemon squeezy.
It is just a blast, let me tell you. It hasn't been that much fun lately.
How many times have you answered this question? And then answer this question. What's going on with the chips?
Well, I just tell them that since that plant burnt down in China, they're just way behind, and I have no answer for when they're ever going to get caught up.
It just cars basically right now, new cars sitting in parking lots waiting on these chips.
Correct.
Yeah, all over the country.
All over the country.
I used to live by one of those parking lots down the road from one of my many, many, many houses that I've lived in my marriage. Many. And it's like an airport parking lot.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
And who knows which direction they're supposed to go, but I wish they'd send me some more.
So what's new car inventory looking like right now at Western Motor?
Well, yesterday I sold my last two Buicks.
Okay.
And our last two pickups.
Yeah, Buick's been, I have a friend back home who's a Buick dealer. Buicks have been tough to come by.
Correct.
Very, very tough to come by.
Very tough.
Is it all GMs?
GM basically has been hard to get. I think Chevrolet may be a little easier. I don't know, but everything is difficult. Everybody's facing the same thing as us.
And in regards to these new chips, are we going to start seeing more plants, different plants, and not, you know what, makes a lot of sense. Let's have one place on planet Earth make these chips that every car needs.
Yeah, I've heard that they're trying to build a couple in the United States, like Texas Instruments and that type, or the car companies building their own plants.
Which makes just a little bit of sense to me.
Me too.
It would avoid this whole catastrophe and making your job so difficult. So when it comes, someone comes into Western Motor and they talk to Tanner, they talk to whoever about, hey, I need a new car.
Well, what I'm doing is I have a list.
Okay.
And I've got a list for everything. And I try to go to the person who's first and build it. But if there's constraints on certain ones, then I go to number two. So I try to do it in order where I don't outdo anybody else. But it's a tough deal. I almost have to be an engineer just to order vehicles that used to be easy.
What vehicles are are tough to get built right now?
Right now, mostly the Yukon, the big Denali's, and then also 3/4-ton trucks of any type.
Yeah, those are always difficult, but especially right now. What makes them difficult to build right now?
I think they have more technology in them, so that means that vehicle needs more chips. So they can build stuff that has less chips, and those out here, everybody likes the high-dollar Denali's and the high-dollar 3/4-ton trucks.
Those are all over the place out here.
Correct.
All over the place out here. So in regards to getting things built and to getting people on the list and saying, okay, this we can do, this we can't, this we can, this we can't. Is it because also you have numerous new cars? It's not just Honda. It's not just there's so many to work with.
Correct.
In terms of new cars that are offered at Western Motor. How do you keep it all straight talking with the different companies?
Well, I just have the old manual paper list of who's first and who's second.
Yeah.
And Honda is a little bit easier because all I can really do on a Honda is change colors.
Okay.
With GMC and Buicks, there's so many packages that I try to tell the customer, if you're ordering something, try to get by with the least amount of equipment that you can because they'll build it faster.
Okay. So that the real issue is the more tech savvy it is, the more difficult it is right now.
Correct, because it takes more chips for all that technology stuff.
Okay, got it. Okay, so right around the corner, Happy Honda Days is coming, if not already started.
Correct, it has.
And Honda has always been one of my personal favorites. Mm-hmm. It's such a good car.
Very reliable, lasts a long time.
And so what's going on with Honda right now?
Honda, their Happy Honda Days are mostly low interest. So they're actually doing some 0% for up to 36 months, which they've this year's the first year I can remember in the 28 years I've been at Western Motor that they've actually offered 0. They've offered 0.9 and 1.9, but they are offering some low interest rates.
And so if folks are interested in a new Honda, how can they go about taking advantage of Happy Honda Days?
Well, the only thing, if they want something to put it on the list, they can come in and I can get it ordered. But with Honda, you can only order once a month. But I am getting Hondas faster than the GM side, so we can lock in the low interest rate for up to a couple months, so we could at least do that for them.
Okay, awesome. And what's the you mentioned the Denali's and the Yukons. What else is hot right now? What else are people coming in and saying, you know what, I want this. Can you get me this?
A half-ton pickup AT4, which just means that the factory has lifted it 4 inches at the factory. So that's something that's a little bit hard to get right now.
You said 28 years you've been at Western Motor.
Correct.
How long have you been new car manager?
I think 12.
12. Mm-hmm. So in the 12 years, because that would put you right around the last crisis, which was basically just the opposite of this. Mm-hmm. Is this the most difficult? The most difficult 20 months, 18 to 20 months of the job that you've had?
Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I have never seen it like this. I've been worried about having too much inventory and not getting rid of it.
Like probably right around the time you started, which would have been that.
Because you have to pay floor plan credit once a vehicle gets so many days over. So you just try to get rid of stuff faster, but easier advertising when you have a lot of stuff than when you don't have anything.
Mm-hmm. And so right now, how is it in terms of getting new cars? How often are you getting deliveries? And how often is actually something sitting around for a day or two? Or is everything that's being delivered basically spoken for?
All the GM and Buick are basically spoken for. I might get a couple Hondas every 2 weeks that aren't spoken for, but they're gone within 5 days when they're parked on the lot.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
And then you have the impact on the pre-owned market, which just makes this even crazier.
And that's another thing I'd like to tell people. I know they want a new one, but we might be able to get something practically new by going to the auctions or, possibly buying from people off the street. So we're trying to get as much good inventory for people as we can.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. And that's what the experience, like you're 28 years. I think everyone I've talked to has been at Western Motor 20 years plus.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot of longtime loyal employees.
It's unbelievable. What do you like about working at Western Motor?
It's like a family. But the other thing is that I just really enjoy trying to helping people get what they want. I mean, it's just that joy of seeing somebody smile when they drive off.
And even though right now it's more difficult, does it make it more rewarding when you're able to get something, when you're able to fulfill that need that family has?
Yes, because they trust us enough for what we're telling them, that it's the truth, that we are going to get them a vehicle, maybe just not as fast as we'd like to.
And from all these conversations, I've owned a lot of cars. I used to be of the mindset, okay, I need new tires, time for a new car. I honest to God, I'm 33. I've probably had 11 or 12.
That's awesome.
In my life, and I'm about to pay off my first one ever. I've never paid a car off. I'm about to pay this. I'm determined to pay this off because it's a piece of garbage, and I'm going to pay this thing off. I'm going to pay it off because I hate this car more than just about anything. But honestly, from all these conversations that I've had with you, with others, I'm falling in love with Honda.
Yes, it's a very, very reliable vehicle. And once you're a Honda owner, you hardly ever go back to anything else but a Honda. My aunt and uncle used to be Buick,
same best friend car dealer, used to be Buick. Honda, nothing but Honda. They've gotten the CRV. They've had, I think, 4 CRVs, something like that, in a row. They haven't had anything else except CRVs. He's bigger than me. He's taller than me. He's about 6'8". I'm 6'4". 6'8". He loves the CRV.
Yeah, it's amazing what room you can fit into. Even in a Honda Civic, I had a guy the other day who is 6'7", got in it in a Civic.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
And 200,000 miles, 250,000 miles without breaking a sweat.
Correct. If you just take care of it like you're supposed to, what the manual says, it'll last a lifetime.
And so happy Honda days going on right now. If you are in need of something, if you're looking for something new, give Western Motor a call. Give you a call, Connie, and how can they get in touch with you and get on the list to get something new?
They can dial 275-4291, ask for Buzz Garner, who's been there 37 years.
Okay.
Jeff Gomez, my other teammate who's been there 17 years, or me. Just ask for Buzz Garner, Connie Lohman, or Jeff Gomez.
So, Connie, what else do people need to know about Western Motor, about getting a new car from Western Motor?
That we follow them for the whole time they own the vehicle. We have a great service department they'll be taken care of for as long as they own that car.
And how was your Thanksgiving? I always start with this week after. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was awesome. I got
Awesome.
to spend it with my sister and my 92-year-old mother.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Went home and got to see my 90-year-old grandfather and my 89-year-old grandmother and meet two new nephews and a new niece.
Perfect.
For the first time. It was wonderful, and glad you had a good one as well.
I did.
Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate the time. Stay safe. Keep up the great work, and keep us updated on this whole chip fiasco. It's
Well,
crazy.
come and see us at Western Motor. Thanks,
Yes.
Bill.
Thank you so much. Connie Lohman has been my guest from Western Motor. She's a new car manager over at Western Motor. ShopWesternMotor.com, ShopWesternMotor.com. And happy Honda Days going on right now as well. It's Mid-America in the Morning on the Big Talker KIUL. My name is Bill Bernardoni. Want to thank Connie for joining me this morning. Really do appreciate it.